that became evil stories. You know that love spelled backwards is evil. Love spelled backwards is evil. If you fall in love with the wrong person, you can find yourself feeling evil about that person at the end. For some people, love is just 4 words that they tell someone because they don't know what real love is. You know, have you ever been in love before? Have you ever felt the butterflies in your stomach, the tingling in your spirit, the goofball feeling of feeling special or feeling a certain way about somebody that come into your life and make you feel good? My grandfather told me that love is a 4-letter word that the white man made up to describe the stupid motherfuckers you're gonna allow to get too close to you, that shouldn't be close to you, that would never love you a day in your life. And for men, we have to understand how to identify when a woman loves us for real. Because love is a strong, strong 4-letter word. That if a woman really love you, if she really like you, she will bend over beyond. She would go all the way to the moon and back for your ass. There's nothing in the world she won't do to help you fulfill your every fantasy, your every dream. You will be the centerpiece of her life because without you, the king, she would never be a queen. Love is deep. Love is everlasting. And it's a feeling that if you can find someone to mutually, or how do you say, if you can find someone that really love you or fall in love with you, you know, that's a deep thing. And I guess in life, karma's real. Karma's real. There's a lot of people that love you from the first moment that they see you. And if you allow them in your life, if you talk back to them, if you say anything to them, if you allow them in, or if you make them feel that they are allowing you in their life, they will love you to the sun come down, to the to the moon, to the moon fall out the sky. Love is a deep feeling. And and if you ain't never been in love before, then you'll never know what I'm talking about. If you ain't never been loved before, then you would never know what real love feel like. And love go all the way back to the time when you was born as a child. From the moment you was born, if your mother, your father, your grandmother, your grandfather, your elders of the people that's before you, the people that's there the day you born, really love you, they're gonna do whatever it takes for your life to grow up to be well off. And life is beautiful when you got love. Right? And a lot of people don't understand what love is. A lot of kids ain't never experienced real love. So to understand how to love, you have to be loved or been loved before and raised in love and, explain what love is all about. A lot of people don't get that type of experience in life where they parents sit down and show them and explain to them real love and what the word love means and what love is all about. And love is very emotional. It's very deep. And when a person fall in love with a person, it's like they let their guards down. All their defenses just become weak. Oh man, please don't go nowhere. I really thought I had an audience that people was listening and engaging because I got a story to tell. This is the story about, this is a love story that became evil. You know, one day people gonna realize that the words that I speak are the same words that's in my books, the same stories that's in my books. How you can be blindfolded. You can really be blindfolded to a lot of things that happen in life. You'll walk into a situation innocent, with an innocent mindset, no evil intentions. And you'll realize later in time that from the moment you walked into that situation, the other person you was dealing with, their sole intentions was evil. Nothing you said to them mattered. They only was in it for self-gain. And if you ever dealt with, how do you say, an inner selfish person who ain't never learned or never felt love or never been loved, or, it's kind of fucked up in time when you find yourself, you know what I mean, thinking about how you tried to help someone, how you felt sorry for somebody. And when you feel sorry for somebody and you feel like you have a need or obligation to try to help them because they're in a situation where they can't help themselves, and you go all out your way to break your neck to help them get in a better situation, it's like, it'll make you feel some type of way at the end when you realize that they never gave a fuck about nothing that you said. They was only trying to see if you was gonna do what you say you was gonna do. Some people is very manipulative. Ain't nothing wrong with being manipulative. If you manipulative, in a good way. But some people are very manipulative. And when you say manipulative, they manipulate people. They make people feel sorry for them. And then when the people feel sorry for them and they got their guards down, that's when they attack. And sometimes, man, it's like, you don't know how hurtful it is to feel fake love. Fake love is something that shocked you at the end. You know what I mean? You find yourself in a fucked up situation where you deal with a person for 3-4 years and you realize that from the day they met you, they never gave a fuck. It's like you can't fall in love with someone and just walk away. The moment you fall in love with a person, that's like some everlasting shit. Like, and you know, for certain people, you can't play with their heart because if you play with their heart, you really can get hurt. Like, they will physically fuck you up. Like, I know that's what type of person I am. Because I'm a real lover, don't fake love me. Because if I don't choose love fast. And if I do choose love and I find out you fucked up and you're not serious about it, that's gonna be a real fucked up feeling for me. Like, I don't know, some people ain't never been in this situation before. You ain't never met nobody that manipulated you, that made you feel like they loved you the way that you loved them. And from the first day you met them, they ain't never had shit. They ain't never did shit for you. Everything that you did for them. Now for a woman, a lot of women find themselves in situations like that, where they be with a man that really don't like them for who they are, the actual person that they are. You know what I mean? They fall in love with the person for what they do. And a lot of people gotta be careful how they start a relationship because however you start it, whatever you do to catch that person's attention, whatever you do to help them, or if you feel like whatever you do to make them to keep their attention, then you have to do that and continue to do that. For most men, it is what it is. That's why I don't chase women that I like. I don't go about, if I see a woman that I like, if she fine as hell, beautiful, I'm not gonna say a word to her. I'm cool. And if I do, I'm just picking. And 9 times out of 10, after I ask the second, third, maybe fourth question, I walk away and don't say nothing else. Most of these females are all the same. They won't, but they ain't willing to give. And I'm like, you know, why would I date? Why would I try to talk to a person who have nothing to offer me? They only want me to give them something, and I get nothing in return. There's a lot of men. Every man that's chasing a woman that they like, that's all they get. They giving out all, but they ain't getting nothing in return. And they got an obligation to make them, to continue to make them feel that type of way. You know what I mean? Push that like button. Don't nobody like you, Snag. I ain't even started my shit yet. I'm just talking. But the introduction of the love story that became evil is deep. You know, some of the coldest players in the world, man, can find themselves in love, man. And I think Cupid is a motherfucker, man. Cupid will strike you on the ass when you least expect it. Because I'm the type of person, I don't look, well, I like, you know, I ain't gonna lie. In a real sense, physical beauty makes, you know, really means a lot to me. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but to me, a woman do have to look a certain type of way. I like what I like. And I'm the type of man that if I like what I like and I find something that I like, and if it show me any signs that I got a possibility that it might like me back, yeah, I might. But then that's still chasing, so I don't chase. I don't even chase my own liquor, so you know damn well I ain't gonna chase no bitch. Like, I ain't never had to chase no bitch, and I never will. And when they say chase a bitch, now you know when you gotta chase a female, that's chasing a bitch. Like, I'm not chasing no bitch. If it don't naturally like me, if it ain't just, if I can't naturally just be myself and attract her, then I'm cool. I used to be aggressive. I used to be a motherfucker. But that shit died out real fast after I realized, you know, over time I was just chasing what I like. And that's too much energy. I'm putting out energy, but I ain't getting nothing back. But then when I found how to work that magic, like, one day I just said, you know what, fuck chasing a bitch that I like. Let me see if I can let a bitch that like me chase me. And when I discovered that method in life, to not fuck with a woman that I like and fuck with a woman that really like me, that became devastating. That became some devastating shit in my life because, you know, now I believe that unexpected love come in different places. Like, love come in different places. It might not be in a how do you say, a sexual attraction love. But if a person can come into your life and help you find peace in your life, you know, just be, you know, accomplished. You can fall in love with a person like that too. You know what I mean? Unexpectedly, you know, unexpected love is like, that shit be, you just fall in love with a random motherfucker that you ain't never even thought of, you know what I mean? How y'all doing? Push that like button. Don't nobody like that shit. All right. So my thought, my idea, you know, everybody come up with you know, we all come up with good ideas. It might be a bad plan at the end, or we might think we came up with a good plan and turned out later on to become a bad idea. Like, it was a good plan. I thought I came up with a good plan, but actually became a bad idea. Like, shit, I should have never tried that shit, you know. Some people can love you one day and the next day act like they ain't never loved you at all. Some people claim that they can fall in love and they can fall out of love. And that's deep. I ain't never been able to fall out of love with nobody. You know what I mean? Because you can be in love with a person or you can have love for a person. And if that person, if you fall in love with that person and that person trespass your trust, trespass your love, you know, trespass is a motherfucker. You know what I mean? You can find yourself really hating that person, hating the thought of their existence. You know what I mean? And it's fucked up because there's a lot of females in this world that look beautiful as hell, But they fucked up individuals. They really fucked up. And somebody somewhere on the other side of the world, like, man, fuck that bitch. That bitch ain't shit. You know, it's always motherfucker. Every time you see a fine ass, beautiful woman, there's a man somewhere on the other side of the world, like, man, fuck that bitch. That bitch ain't shit. And they really mean that. How you doing? Thank you for coming in. Thank you for pushing that like button. What did it say? Add a QA. Oh, I thought somebody was leaving a comment. I thought somebody was finally finna engage with me. You know, I haven't had engagement in a while. Now I feel like I'm just in a room talking to myself in a mirror. You know what I mean? You know, sometimes it feel like you may be cooking. Your pot might start boiling. You looking at the water, you thinking it's gonna start boiling, shit gonna start happening. And then all of a sudden, it stopped. The water go cold. You looking in the pot, you like, why the water ain't boiling? I thought it was about to boil. Then you look at the stove real good and you realize the power done got cut off, the electricity off. Now the pot, the stove is off. That's why the pot ain't boiling. You just, damn, my lights got cut off. Don't nobody know what I'm talking about. It'll be a damn shame, man. 20 years later, people will be watching my videos with a notepad and a pencil and paper, taking notes and being like, man, this dude was predicting the future 20 years ago, talking shit about shit that this the way people are, this the way people was back then. They was fucked up. Words are spells, and you have to be careful of the words that you use, the words that you say, because you can cast a spell on yourself and not even know. The word love is a spell. When you tell yourself you in love, or when you start to feel like you love a person, you really under a spell. Because love is a 4-letter word that the white man made up. That's only gonna describe the stupid motherfuckers you gonna allow too close to come into your life to distract you, fuck up everything you got going. You know what I mean? But when you got another person that's in love with you, and they see that you a certain type of person, you're a positive person, and the only way that they can be close to you is to be positive. You know, it's like, now I'm at the point in my life where the only type of woman I want is an earth. If she's not an earth woman, I don't want her. Like, and a lot of people don't know what an earth woman is. Like, I'm already happy. I'm already on a path of making money, you know, business. So it's like I'm on the path of getting rich. And I done already found self-happiness, like inner happiness for myself. Like, when you find peace in your life and you feel like, you know, when you get your life in order with everything in your life is aligned, you know what I mean? You making money, your bills are paid, you got cars, you got all the little bullshit that you dreamed about just buying for yourself. Once you get to that stabilization in life where mentally you're stable because you done treated yourself, you taking care of yourself, you know what I mean? It's at that point where the only person you want or want to allow in your life is an earth. If she not an earth, I don't want her in a life. People like, man, what you mean, what's an earth? If she can't make me happier, I don't want her. If she can't help me get richer, I don't want her. anything that take away from those two elements in my life and want me to stop doing everything I'm doing to chase behind them, and I ain't getting no money, I ain't happy, I got me fucked up. I'd rather be in my own zone by myself, making money, talking shit, eating good every day by myself, steak, lobster with dessert. Fuck that shit. Then be stressed out, chasing behind a bitch that ain't got shit, spending all my money on they dumb ass. They keep coming up with dumbass ideas to spend money and they ain't got no money. I'd rather be by myself. Love ain't that important. To be in love ain't that important. When you get to that point in life when you feel like love ain't important no more, and you just start focusing on yourself, life is so beautiful. But then you got those moments, right, where you want to love sometimes. Like, I want to give out, I want to give some love, but I can't. It ain't worth it. Every time I tried to love, I got misused. I got lied to. I love you too, and that was all a lie. I'd rather just lie to myself and say I love you too. I love myself before I let another motherfucker lie to me and tell me they love me. Love is actions, and they speak louder than words. And for a man, it's like, for a man like me, you really gotta come into my life and do something that I can't do for myself. Make me happy. The only thing make me happy is moving forward. If I ain't moving forward, I'm not happy. How y'all doing? Push that like button. One day, I'm not gonna be in the room by myself. One day, I'm gonna have so many people that wanna be around me. I'm not gonna be able to find comfort, to find myself, like peace for myself. Like, I know that's gonna happen one day. How y'all doing? Push that like button. Have you ever heard the story of the last man to make it? Or how do you say, how the tortoise beat the hare? I done been through so much in my life where when I think about what God got me at right now, I'm so overwhelmed with gratefulness and being grateful and thankful. And, you know, I don't even shout about it no more. Every time I sit up and I look out into the world, you know, every time you look out into the world, that means you're looking out beyond you, you know what I mean? When I'm looking out at society, I'm looking at the traffic flow, I'm looking at people that walk by me every day. I don't know them, they don't know me. That's a good thing. But I don't believe in coincidences. I don't believe that God put people in the same vicinity together if it wasn't meant for them to know each other. But love is real, man. Have you ever been in love before? Let me ask you a question. If you was in love with a person, you know, if you ever been in love with a person, deep love, and a child was created, you know, that's the type of love that's hard to like break. You know what I mean? And that's something that a lot of women don't understand. That men, you know, real men that understand love. It's like when you have a child by somebody, it's something about that situation. And a woman, you know, for most women, I'm not saying all women are the same. Like, you know what I mean? Because all men ain't the same. Like me, like if you think I'm like any other man, you gonna be like, you gonna get your shit fucked up. If you think I'm like the last nigga, you gonna get your expectations, your whole mindset will be fucked up. My mind don't work like that. I don't think like that. Well, how y'all doing? Push that like button. Come on in. I'm waiting on my audience, man, so I can tell this story, this love story that became evil. You wanna hear it? How you doing? I fell in love with a motherfucker before mine. Like, deeply. I deeply fell in love with someone. And I knew I shouldn't have fell in love with her because the way I met her. And in the beginning, it was cool. It was just a good situation. It was a good, healthy sexual relationship, you know, where for a long time, it was satisfying. You know, it's like, it's certain things that women can do for a man that can help that man be a better man. You know what I mean? And a lot of us get caught up in the compulsive feeling of emotions, you know what I mean? Like, but a lot of us don't understand that, you know. We all have desires. It's like, we all have desires. And most people's desires ain't other people's desires, you know. For a man want to be a conqueror. A man want everything that he can get, and then some. And if a woman understand that, it's like every real man want to wake up and conquer the world. And at the end of the day, the only thing they want to do is come to their cave or come to their, you know, I think like an animal. I think that all men got their cave we go back to our cave. Where our lioness, because we lions, you know, we go back to our cave where our lioness is, and we supposed to lay with our lioness every night and go to sleep. Wake up the next morning, lay with our lioness again, and come out the cave, go conquer, come back in, lay with our lioness. It's like, man, push that like button. Ah, man. I'm missing some people. I usually would have some people in here that would engage with me. Like, it's been a while since I seen my audience. It's been a while since I had a lot of people watching me. I don't know if YouTube is blocking me out right now. I don't know what's going on. Come over there, push that like button. Push that like button. Show me some love. It's 10 o'clock. I'm in my own little world, minding my own little business. I'm hungry. I'm undecided what I want to eat tonight. I want a baked potato. That's what I want, a baked potato. I want a baked potato. Put some ground beef in it. Cheese, sour cream, guacamole. Sour cream. Bah. How many people gonna love me? How many people gonna hate me? How y'all doing? Push that like button. You know I'm a real stand-up comedian. I do stand-up. I'm a comedian. I love stand-up comedy. I don't listen to stand-up. I don't like stand-up. I don't like to hear other comedians. Because I don't want nobody to think I'm like nobody else. I'm different. I'm just waiting on my time. Waiting on my time to shine. And it's coming. I can feel it. I know good and well God did not get me to that point that I was at to let me just stop and think the world just gonna knock me off the map and I ain't gonna never get on stage again. I ain't gonna never be funny as I was or funnier than I was again. Like, nah, man. I'm just gonna start all over with a new plan, 2026. I said 2025 was gonna be my year, but I'm just gonna start it off. It's already starting good. 26 ain't here, and I'm already booked on a comedy show January the 11th. I got a comedy show in Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona. I'm already booked, deposit paid. That's the type of comedy I like. Somebody gonna give me a deposit in advance and know and tell me, man, you gonna be on the show. We gonna put you on the flyer. You gonna be the headliner. All right, cool. I like that. Like, so in 2026, I know I'm starting it off, getting on stage, a real comedy show. Like, when I say a real comedy show, that's a crowd of 200 or more people. To me, that's a real comedy show. Like, if it's a crowd of 200 or more or bigger, then yeah, that's a show for me. I'm just tired of, I know I'm not on no open mic, give it away free ass comedians. I've been doing stand up way too long, and it's comedians that's not half as funny as me, making more money than meets the eye, and that shit do not make no sense to me right now. Like, that's how I know hard work outdo good talent any day. Like, I got a natural talent. I'm just a natural funny motherfucker. You can put me in an atmosphere around anybody, any comedian, and I'm still gonna outshine. I don't know how or why, but I understand. That's why a lot of comedians don't want to fuck with me, because it's something about me when I'm in the crowd, I stand out, and a lot of comedians feel like comedians like me overshadow them, and they don't want me to steal their audience, or they don't want their fans to follow me. Like, they be selfish, they be jealous like a motherfucker on some bullshit, and I don't even be studying that shit. Like, that be the last thought on my mind, man. Me trying to steal your audience, steal your people. You know, if they love comedy, they gonna love me too. Why you just don't understand that? Our audience love all comedians that's good. Like, but I understand, like, Russell Simmons, you know what I mean? If I was to ever blow up and be a big comedian, I would never be a gatekeeper to other comedians. I let them all work, let them all perform up under me. The reason why is because if I give them an opportunity to blow up, and if they funnier than me, they funnier than me. If they good, they good, right? But if I was the one that put them out there on my platform, I own the copyrights to everything they said on mine. So if they get an opportunity to blow up, they blow up. But I'm gonna make mine off mine every time. I wouldn't care what they get out of it. If they got a million followers and $10 million, that's the blessing that God gave them through working through me. Like, I just hope they come back and pay it forward. You know? How you doing? Push that like button. You know how many comedians that's making money right now that I done booked on comedy shows, allowed them to be on shows, some of the biggest shows of their life at that time. They ain't never did a comedy show that big. I let them in. You funny? You a comedian? Oh yeah. I'm gonna tell you now, man, I'm gonna give you 3 high minutes. If you funny in those three, I'm gonna leave you up there for about 5. If you funnier than that, I'm gonna leave you up there longer than that. If you funny, I'm gonna let you be funny. I ain't no gatekeeper, dog. I love comedy. And I love any comedian that got the nuts to get on stage and make it happen. Like, 'cause that's the hardest part. Anybody can say they can be a comedian. But when you get on that stage and grab that mic and you gotta reverse that to the crowd, a lot of them niggas ain't that funny. That's the funny part. Like, all them Instagram comedian motherfuckers, you give them a microphone and put them on stage in front of the people, nah, they can't perform. Yeah. And I know how it go, man. Shit, comedy is hard, man. A person do not know what a stand-up comedian has to do while they're on stage at that time. When they on stage, trying to make them laugh. That's like, to me, that's why it's so fun. It's like some puppet master shit. You know what I mean? It's like, you on stage, you the puppet, but you also the puppet master. So you gotta put yourself in that position on stage to be funny. That's the way I am when I'm on stage. It's like, I'm a puppet, and I'm also the puppet master. So I gotta know how to use my hand gestures and what I say and how I say to make people laugh. And I learned, how to ride the tidal wave for laughter. Like, my studying and my comedy school wasn't like other people comedy school. I studied from some of the best comedians in the game. And I learned not to step on my jokes. Like, because I don't tell jokes, I just say funny shit. So when I say something funny, I ride the tidal wave of laughter. And I really get on that motherfucker. And it's like I'm on a surfboard. And once I get people laughing, I just ride that board until they stop laughing. And then I start again. Then I get that laugh again, and then I ride that surfboard. A lot of times when I'm doing comedy and I ain't getting paid, I'm saying a lot of my jokes at the same time, and I'm saying them fast. And a lot of people don't catch them, but I'm saying shit, I'm saying shit, I'm saying shit, I'm saying shit. Like, people will listen to me get on stage and say some shit, and I say the same shit in front of a crowd of 2,000-3,000 people. But when I slow it down and say it in front of 2,000 or 3,000 people, I get a crazy laugh out of it. I can get on stage and say it in front of 30, 40 people in a bar drunk, and only 4 or 5 people will catch the jokes that I'm talking. But when I look down and I see people laughing at those jokes, that's all right. I know I'm working. I can get on stage and say the same stupid ass shit over and over and over again. You know, no matter what. My job is to make a person laugh, to have a set designed to make an audience laugh, right? And I notice, man, I got a gift that's just powerful. And it's a lot, and I know that, you know, I'm not that type of person to be going under somebody else to come up. Like, I done already, you know, played my position. I done already waited my time. I done already paid my dues. I done already, you know, humbly kissed the ass to see how I operate, to see how it operates, you know what I mean? And I'm the wrong person to let in the room to see how things go. You know what I mean? If you let me in the room one time, you done fucked up. Because once I see how it operate and how it go, if I ever get put out that room, it's cool. I don't need y'all no more. I'm just gonna go over here and find my own room, and I'm gonna build it myself. And I'm gonna do everything that y'all did by myself. But I gotta find the same people that y'all got. I gotta find producers. I gotta find promoters. I gotta do the same thing. And I need to find me a little devil. I gotta find me a little devil, man. I know I ain't gonna blow up until I find me a little devil. I gotta find me a little devil, man. A little devil-ass white folks, man. They don't mean you no good, but they do mean you some good. As long as they can get paid, you can get paid. I gotta find me a devil, man. That's all. I gotta find me one of them white boys or one of them white women that will sell me to the highest bidder. You know, it is what it is. And they know the bidders. They know them. They know how to put me out there to sell me. And I used to watch this little white devil from J. Anthony Brown. Everybody thought J. Anthony Brown was doing all that shit by himself. But it was that devil, it was that damn devil, man. That white man. Old white, chubby, fat white boy, little, and you just looking at him, you don't even know who the fuck he is, but he the most powerful motherfucker in the room. Smartest motherfucker in the room. It wouldn't if it wasn't for that white boy, it wouldn't be no such thing as a J. Anthony Brown. Just need that one motherfucker, man, that know how to sell you, man. Like, these motherfuckers be wanting too much, man. They want 40%. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. But I can sell you, Snag. It's sad, man. You know what really irks me the most in life is when I look around and I see people selling stories that's fucked up and negative. You know, I don't feel sorry for no grown ass man that grew up in life, went to high school, graduated. After they was grown, they decided to become a criminal, go to prison, doing stupid shit. And once you old enough to have a conscience, to understand what life is all about, and you make a decision to do some stupid shit, I don't think that that's a glorifiable story. You know what I mean? I don't understand how people can relate to that. Just being a dumbass, grown ass man. You know what I mean? I thought when people go through something, they go through things unexpectedly. Like, it's just random shit that happen in their life at an early age. When they don't have a conscience, you know, to understand what's going on. That's what I think. My definition of a nigga really going through something is a nigga that make a decision or make a bad decision or a bad mistake when they real young and don't know the difference between right and wrong. You know, there's people in this world that don't know the difference between right and wrong, right? At a certain age, they ain't consciously, they not there yet. Like, you know, they young, they kids, man. They don't know no better. They think everything is what they think it is, man. And imagination is a powerful thing to have. And for somebody to tell you a lie about life and make you feel like that you can do and be anything that you imagine is like one of the worst things you can tell a person, you know, in life. How you doing? Whew. It's like sometimes I just ask myself, what is there that I gotta do in order for me to tell my story? You know what I mean? Some people tell me that my story will be like one of the greatest movies, books of all time. Oh my God. know what I know about life? The darkest things that I know about life is that when you have a child, you want to hold that child close as possible. And you want to protect them from the darkest shit in this world, man. There's a lot of sick individuals in this world, bro. And if you allow your child to just be lost, be in this world by themselves, there's a chance or a possibility that they can come into an encounter with a sick motherfucker in this world, bro. And I done seen a lot of sick people. Some sick people. There's a lot of sick people in this world, man. People call me crazy. But it's a lot of nasty, sick-ass people way crazier than me in this world. All I want is what God put on this earth for me to have. Cars, clothes, money, and women. Make children. Life. I just want to be a reproductive man, that's all. That's it. Oh my God. I want a baked potato and some ground beef. Now I got 20 minutes to go get it. All right, so I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna come back with this love story later. Just trying to self-engage, man. I say self-engage. Engage with my audience and try to build an audience and start a mutual conversation. I keep telling y'all, man, y'all sleeping on me. One day, I'm gonna be the biggest motherfucker on YouTube. I'm gonna go live, and it's gonna be hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of different people coming in, pushing that like button. Hey, trying to break a conversation just for me to respond back. One day. I done already been on TV before. I was on TV before most of these motherfuckers ever thought about being on TV. But y'all like them more than y'all like me. I was on Cops. Police scary as car chases. The world watched the police beat my ass and y'all don't like me? I just don't understand. Damn. Yeah, I'm finna go get me something to eat. I'm hungry. I want me a baked potato. I want me a baked potato. Matter of fact, I want two baked potatoes. Yeah, push that like button. I'll be back. When I come back, I bet you I had me 2 baked potatoes. So live. Yup.